Hi, I'm Barb with First Class Yoga. Welcome, and we're going to do a full yoga class today. So go ahead and separate your feet a little bit wide, and we're just going to twist side to side. Let those hands start slapping onto your body. Go ahead and lift the heel of the opposite foot, rolling out the shoulders, just loosening up. And now with your breathing all through the nose, the inhalation and the exhalation. Nice and slow with the body flow. And go ahead and bring that back center. And we're going to start out with a breath of joy today. So keep those feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And we're going to bring our arms straight forward, out to the side, up overhead, and then an audible exhale. Forward, side, overhead, forward, side, overhead, forward, side, overhead. Last one, forward, side, overhead. Just stay there, dangle, bending one knee, lifting your toes, rolling out your wrists and your fingers, releasing your neck, letting the head go yes or no. And then go ahead and bend your knees, place your hands all the way down to the mat, and then shoot your hips straight up, opening up the backs of the legs. And again, bend the knees deeply, your tummy right on top of the thighs, press your feet down, lift your hips up. And one more time, go ahead and bend down and press the feet into the mat, lifting the hips. Again, anytime you need to, shake the head, let the neck release, let the shoulders release. And now everyone, bend your knees deeply, press through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, bring the hands together in prayer position, and back down to the heart center. And release that down. Inhale, raise that right arm up, coming into a side bend. Reach on over and bring it back center. And reach on over and bring it back center. Reach on over and bring it back center. On this last one, holding, reach on over, reach away, reach away, reach away, and now ground that right foot down into the mat. Feel the side open, the rib cage lifting up off the hips, and go ahead and release that back down. 4 times on the other side. Inhale, raise that left arm up, and lengthen into that side bend, and exhale, release, and reach it over, and release, and reach it over, and release. On this last one, holding, reach on over, reach, 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 and then ground that left foot down, pressing the heel into the mat, lifting that top elbow, gazing up toward that top elbow, and release that and bring that back. Roll those shoulders out, nice big shoulder rolls. And pause and roll them back the other way. And let's go ahead and bend the knees just a little bit, coming into a standing cat-cow. We're going to drop that chin into our chest and round our back, really stretching out the middle back, the low back, and that upper back. And now inhale, arch the spine and pull the heart forward. And exhale, tuck and curl, curl, curl. And inhale, lengthen forward. And exhale, tuck and curl. Inhale, lengthen forward. Last one. And exhale. And inhale, and press through the feet and bring that back to standing. And let's go ahead and come all the way to the tops of our mats, starting our vinyasa, meaning that we're going to be moving on every breath with a cue. And inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, nice flat back, soften your knees, hands outside your toes. Inhale, slide your hands up your shins, flat back. Exhale, back down. Step that right foot back, step that left foot back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk that dog by bending one knee and lowering the opposite heel. Spread your fingers as wide as possible, drawing the thumbs toward each other. Pressing the knuckles down into the mat, and on the exhale, push the hands into the mat. Lift those hips just a little bit higher. Gaze stays right to the middle of the mat. Inhale, raise that right leg up. And exhale, step it back down. Inhale, raise that left leg up. And exhale, step it down. Drop the knees down to the mat, uncurl the toes, and sit all the way back into a child's pose. Sitting back onto your heels, those arms stay nice and long. Allow the chest to relax down to the thighs. No rush, just go with the breath. Going a little deeper, inhale, and on the exhale, press the hands into the mat. Push yourself away, lengthen the spine. Breathe nice, long, deep breaths. Inhale, bring yourself back up and walk those hands over to 1 o'clock so that right hand is on the floor, the left hand on the mat. Drop your hips over to the left side. And once your hips are down, walk that inside arm, that left arm, a little further away. Keep pressing the hands into the mat on the exhale, pushing away, finding length through the side body. Breathe. And bring yourself back up. And over to that 11 o'clock position. Drop your hips to the right. Once the hips are down, walk that inside right arm further away. Breathing nice, long, deep breaths. Allow the body to settle with the breath. No rush. And now exhale. Press the hands into the mat. Push away. Find that length and that opening. And bring yourself back up. Go ahead and shoot those elbows straight back and lower your chin and chest down toward the mat. 8 points on the mat. And now slide on flat all the way onto the mat, coming into a baby cobra position. Go ahead and widen those hands outside your chest and draw your elbows into your body. Point the toes to the back of the room. Lift your belly button up into your spine and press your pelvis down. Inhale, float the head and shoulders up. Now energetically draw your hands back toward your feet. Engage those shoulders to pinch toward each other. Breathe. And release that back down. Curl the toes under, push yourself back up into that tabletop. Coming into threading the needle. Inhale, sweep that right arm up. And now thread the needle under that left arm. Place the whole right arm onto the mat. Turn your head over to the left and put the back of your head onto the mat. And then inhale and raise that left arm up. You can either choose to stay here or rotate that shoulder and drop the back of the hand to the small of the back. The work is in that top arm, that top elbow, trying to rotate the chest to the side, breathing, not holding your breath. And raise that arm up, place it back to the mat. Push yourself back up into that tabletop. Right into the other side. Inhale, sweep that left arm up. Thread the needle underneath that right arm. Back of the head to the mat, hips high in the air. Raise that right arm up, rotate, and drop the hand to the small of the back. Keep working on that rotation, opening that chest out to the side, finding those nice, long, deep breaths. Inhale, raise that arm up, place it back to the mat. Push yourself back into a tabletop position. Go ahead and step that right foot all the way forward. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee, and step it forward. Go ahead and walk your fingers underneath your toes into gorilla. Press the feet down into the mat and lift your hips up. Open the backs of the knees. Open the hamstrings and the calf. Breathe. And go ahead and release the fingers. Bend the knees. Press through the feet. Inhale. Sweep the arms overhead. Prayer position. And back to the heart center. And mindfully come to the tops of your mats. Close your eyes. And just notice what you notice in the body, where the energy is. Maybe you're starting to feel the body warm up. Maybe the heart rate's a little faster. Maybe one side of the body feels a little different than the other. Bring that awareness of your own body to yourself. Coming into a warrior sequence. And inhale, sweep up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, back down. Step the left foot back and stand up. Angle that back foot out about 60 degrees. Extend the arms forward and back. Keep, turn the head over the front arm. And exhale, bend the front knee. Glance down at that front knee. Make sure it's over the heel and not over your toes. If it's here and it's over your toes, step this back leg back a little bit further. Angle that back foot out. Now energetically draw the front heel toward the back foot and engage the legs. Turn the palms up. Reverse warrior. That front hand goes up, the back hand goes down. Either straight up, or if you want to make more of a bend, you can bend in this position. Keep pulling that front heel toward the back foot, keeping the legs engaged. Those shoulders relax down from the ears, but reaching away. And exhale, release that back. Fold that front arm, place it on the front thigh. The back hand goes straight up. Slowly turn your gaze toward that top thumb. Still drawing that front heel toward the back foot. Inhale, reach up, and now rotate that hand and extend it overhead for an extended side angle. So you're looking at the underside of your own elbow. Breathing nice, long, deep breaths. Reach the fingers forward and press that back leg down. Keep reaching forward, press the outside edge of that back foot down. And release that back. Sweep the back hand forward, rotate the hips, the arms come up overhead. Keep that front knee bent. And now the work in Warrior One is squaring the hips. So push that left hip forward and draw that right hip back. Exhale, release the hands down. Step that right foot back, downward facing dog. Staying right here in downward facing dog, working the shoulders and the upper back. We're going to be dropping the knees toward the mat 3 times, hovering just an inch off the mat. And lower the knees down. And push your hands into the mat. Lift those hips up nice and high and lower your heels toward the mat. Again, drop the knees down, hover right here, keep your tummy tucked in, press those hands into the mat, push yourself away, and now raise those hips up and lower those heels down. Last time, drop the knees toward the mat, hover here, breathe, and release them all the way down to the mat. Uncurl your toes, open your knees as wide as the mat, bring your big toes together, and now walk your hands back and sit back onto your heels in an open knee child pose. So for those who want a little more belly space in child's pose, this one's acceptable. Again, walk your fingers out as far forward as you can. Keep those fingers spread. Inhale, and on the exhale, press the knuckles as well as the palm into the mat. Push yourself away. Lengthen through the body. Open up the hips. Breathe. And inhale, bring yourself back up. Bring those knees back onto the mat, squaring onto the mat, and walk those hands forward, coming into a modified plank. Inhale, and bring yourself nice and flat, like an ironing board. Again, those shoulders should be stacked right over those wrists. Now keep those elbows shooting straight back and lower halfway down. Keep pulling the elbows in. Hold it here. This is our modified chaturanga. And lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Again, come into that cobra position with your hands wide outside your chest. Draw the elbows in and down towards your feet. Toes are pointing to the back. Lift that belly button up into your spine and press the pelvis down. Inhale, float all the way up. Keep pressing the hands into the mat. Keep the elbows with a little bend in it. Lift the hips up off the mat into that full cobra. Big arch in the spine. Breathing nice, long, deep breaths. And exhale, lower it back down. Curl the toes under, push yourself back up into that tabletop. Big step forward with the left foot. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee, and stand up facing the other side. Again, that back foot angled out about 60 degrees, that front foot parallel to the outside edge. Extend the arms forward. Exhale, bend the front knee, turn the gaze for warrior two. Nice, strong warrior. Draw that front heel toward the back foot. Inhale, and on the exhale, rotate and lift the hand up. Reverse warrior, stack those shoulders on top of each other. Now reach up to the top, reach down to the bottom. Find that opening through the body and breathe. Don't hold the breath. Release around the neck and release that back. Fold that front arm, place it on the front thigh. The back hand goes straight up. Slowly turn your gaze all the way up toward that top thumb. This is our side angle. Again, drawing that front heel toward the back foot. Reach up, rotate the hand and extend overhead for the extended side angle. Reach it forward and press that back foot down. Keep reaching forward, press the pinky toe and that outer heel down. Breathe nice, long, deep breaths. Press the feet into the mat, come back up into standing warrior two. Sweep the back hand around, rotate the hips, the arms up overhead. Add a little bit of a back bend into warrior one. Square those hips by pushing that right hip forward and drawing that left hip back. Exhale, release the hands down. Step that back foot forward. Bend your knees, wrap your hands around your heels. Press the feet down, lift the hips up. Again, let the head shake. Let the shoulders relax. Lift those toes from the mat so they're not gripping onto the mat. Bend the knees, press through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, release that back down. Again, coming to the tops of the mats mindfully. Close the eyes. Just take a pause. Reconnect with your breath. And go ahead and open the eyes. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, back down. Step the right foot back, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop the knees down to the mat. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Swing that right leg all the way forward into a runner's stretch. Bring the hands on each side of that front foot. Shift your weight into the front foot, particularly that front heel, getting the weight off that back knee. Staying here, allow that left hip to sink down, opening up through the hip flexor. And now, walk your fingers back, lift the front toes, lengthen over that front leg. Breathe nice, long, deep breaths. Drawing the toes up toward the body, opening the back of the leg. Allow that right hip to relax. And exhale, shift the weight forward. Again, refocus on that left hip flexor. Allow it to melt toward the mat. And walk your way back, flex the foot, lengthen over the right leg. Opening up those hips a little bit more. Exhale, bring it forward. And now this time, bring the right hand on the inside and walk that right foot to the edge of the mat. So both hands are on the inside. So if this feels like enough for you, staying right here, that's fine. For those who want to go further, go ahead and take that outside forearm down to the mat. And for those who want to take that inside forearm down to the mat. If you don't want to take that inside arm down, just keep it down, flat onto the mat. Breathing nice, long, deep breath. Keep the weight forward in that front foot. Breathe. And now push that center hand into the mat, push yourself up, and swing that leg back. And let's go right into the other side. Step that left foot into the middle of the mat. Hands are on each side. Shift your weight into the front foot, into a runner stretch. Allow that right hip flexor to melt toward the mat. The weight is in that front foot, the front heel. And now walk your fingers back, flex the foot, and lengthen over the left leg. Relax the shoulders. Keep drawing the toes toward the body, allowing the back of the leg to open. And exhale, shift it forward again. Refocus on that right hip flexor melting down toward the mat. And exhale, shift it back. Notice on each time what distance you're getting. There's no criticism or judgment. Just notice where you're at, bringing attention to your own body. And release that back, bring it back forward. Bring that left hand on the inside and walk that left foot to the outside edge of the mat. Both hands flat onto the mat, right parallel with that foot. The weight is still shifted forward. Again, your choice. You can stay here or inhale and take that outside forearm down. Inhale and take that inside forearm down if you choose. Again, breathe, nice, long, deep breath. It's a big hip stretch opener. Keep the weight forward off that back knee. And bring that inside hand flat. Push yourself back up and swing that leg back. And let's go ahead and just sit back onto our heels. Sweep the arms back to your ankles and go ahead and just let the head reach down toward the mat. If in fact it doesn't reach, if you have a block you want to bring here, you can use that. Or if you have a shoe, whatever you want to just reach your head down to. Allow that back to open, the upper back, the top of the shoulders widening, the elbows opening up the middle of the back, the thoracic back, and then the wrists and the hands opening up that low back, that lumbar spine. Breathing nice, long, deep breaths. And bring those hands back to tabletop. Let's go ahead and walk those hands a little bit forward again, this time dropping our elbows down underneath our shoulders, coming into a low plank position. Curl those toes under, come into a low plank. And now energetically draw your elbows to your toes and your toes to your elbows. Elbows to the toes, toes to the elbows. Keep that engaged middle abdomen. And now rock the hips right, bring them center, rock left and center. It's right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center. And drop the knees, lower yourself all the way down. Go ahead and turn your head to the right and sweep those arms down alongside yourself. Rotate the shoulders so the backs of the hands are up. Coming into a locust pose, raising both the legs and the arms at the same time, everything engaged. Lift that belly button up into your spine and press the pelvis into the mat. And inhale, lift the chest and the arms, rotate so the thumbs point to the floor. Reach the fingers back, lifting your chest, squeezing those shoulder blades, and exhale, turn your head the other way. Inhale, lift up, squeezing on the top end. Now squeeze the buttocks, squeeze the glutes, nice strong legs, and exhale, turn your head right. Inhale, lift up, reach it nice and long, everything's engaged. Powerful position, breathing, even though our belly is on the mat, we breathe into the side body and into the back, and exhale, release that down. Hands come outside the chest. Curl the toes under, push yourself back up. Come back into that tabletop. Coming right here in tabletop, we're going to go ahead and raise that right knee up. And now bring that knee to your nose and extend that leg back. Point the toes straight down. And exhale, knee to nose, lengthen back. Knee to nose and lengthen back. Stay right here. Point those toes. Sweep that leg over the bottom leg and now look over your left shoulder to your big toe and breathe into that outer left hip. Breathing nice, long, deep breaths. And bring that back to tabletop. Press the top of that right foot down, lift that left knee up. And exhale, round the back, knee to nose, lengthen through the heel. And exhale, knee to nose, flex that foot and reach. Exhale, knee to nose, lengthen. Exhale and inhale. Hold it here, point those toes, sweep the leg over the bottom leg. Look over your right shoulder to your big toe, breathing into that outer right hip. And release that, bring that back to tabletop. We're going to come into a squat. So keep those feet separated, curl those toes under, walk your hands back towards your knees, and then tilt yourself up, either feet flat onto the mat, or if those heels are still up, bring those hands up into a prayer position. Finding your balance here, breathing nice, long, deep breaths. And you can try this out depending on if you want it a little easier. Try separating the feet a little bit more. And now release the hands down to the mat. Coming into a twist here. Inhale, sweep that right arm up. Gaze all the way up toward that top thumb. Breathe. And release it back down. Inhale, sweep up the other arm. Gaze up. And exhale back down. Press the feet down, lift the hips all the way up into a forward fold. Now tuck that belly in and now round the back and roll yourself all the way up. All the way rolling those shoulders out. And do a little rebound. Just shake that out. And let's go ahead. A little bit of balance. We're going to heel toe to the tops of the mats. If you want to have your hands extended for balance, that's fine. And just heel toe, nice and slow, coming back up to the top of the mat. And bring yourself back to our table, to our Tadasana. Hands folded in prayer position, closing the eyes, reconnecting with our breath, making sure that the body is engaged, everything's intentional, knowing where our body is in space right now, how our breath is moving the energy. And go ahead and open the eyes. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, back down. Step that left foot back, step that right foot back, downward facing dog. Coming into our pigeon. Inhale, raise that left leg up, rotate, rotate, rotate your hips. Now drop that top heel back toward your bottom. Push your hands into the mat and lower that back heel down. Keep the hips lifted, twisting, breathing, nice long deep breaths. And now raise that leg straight up. Square your hips back around to the mat. Bend that left knee and bring it right between your hands. The foot goes out to the side and drop that right knee down. With your right toes, go ahead and walk your leg back. Inhale, lift the chest up and come down to your forearms. For those who want to go a little bit further, inhale and extend those arms all the way out. So you're lying your chest down on top of the thigh. For most of us, neither hip is touching the mat. Breathing nice, long, deep breaths. Again, if this feels too much, if you have props such as a blanket or a pillow or a block, you can certainly put that under that left hip so that you can fully relax in the pose. Just allow the breath to work the body. So it takes our breath a couple of breaths before the body and the muscles and the breath relax enough to go a little bit deeper in the pose when you let go and just allow it to happen. And now everybody come back up onto your forearms onto Sphinx pose. And then the hands are flat on the mat outside that front knee. Curl the back toes under, push yourself right back up into that downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a full plank position. Again, those shoulders stacked right over the wrists, and open that left foot out to the side, that right foot out to the side, and step it center, step it center. It's left, right, center, center, left, right, center, center. Come a little bit forward, shoot those elbows straight back and hold. And lower yourself all the way down. Keep those hands wide outside the chest, uncurl the toes. Coming up into one of the first two cobras or all the way into up dog. Inhale, press into the cobras. Keep pressing, lift the legs up off the mat. Big arch in the spine. Draw those shoulder blades together into that up dog. Breathe. And release it back down. Curl the toes under, push yourself back to the tabletop and right back into downward facing dog. Inhale, raise that right leg up, rotate your hips, rotate, 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 drop that heel back toward your bottom, push the hands into the mat, lower that back heel down. Keep trying to work on the rotation in the hips, breathing nice, long, deep breaths. Raise that top leg up, square it back to the mat, bend that knee, bring it right between the hands, drop your left knee down, uncurl the toes. After you walk that leg back, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come down to the forearms. Inhale, extend those arms all the way out. Whatever position you're in, that's the right position for you today. No judgment or criticism. No looking at others and comparing. Just accept where we are today. And bring that awareness to yourself. So just notice as you take 3, 4, 5 breaths, on the next breath as you breathe, do you see that you can allow yourself to go a little deeper on the exhale, relaxing just a little bit more, stretching just a little more gently. Breathe. Inhale, everybody come up onto the forearms, Sphinx pose, and then those hands outside the front knee. Curl the back toes under, push yourself all the way back to downward facing dog. Again, spread those fingers nice and wide, soften those knees, push the hands into the mat, lift your hips up, and now lower those heels down. Keep the abs engaged. Keep pressing the hands into the mat, working the upper back and the shoulders. And exhale, release down to the knees. Walk your hands all the way back toward the knees. Stand up nice and tall onto your knees. And now go ahead and bring your hands, bring them into fists, and then bring them into the small of the back. Coming into working with a camel pose, so a back bend. Curl your toes under, get those heels as high as you can. We're going to not think about taking our belly forward, but think about taking our chest up. Inhale, lift the chest up, and then start that back bend. Draw those elbows closer together. Keep lifting the chest. Don't let that belly puff out. Keep breathing. Lean a little bit back into your toes. Start the stretch through the front thighs, the quadriceps. Squeezing the buttocks and the glutes, keeping everything nice and active. Keep drawing those elbows toward each other. Really opening up that front collarbone. Breathe nice, long, deep breaths. And now, exhale and slowly roll it all the way back forward. So those who want to go into camel, if you want to reach back and grab both heels at the same time, you're welcome to do that. I'm going to do one at a time. So with the opposite arm, it's going to go tall into the sky, reaching back with one arm. Inhale, lift the chest up, extend the opposite arm, reach one hand back for a heel. Again, keep thinking about lifting the chest up. Lean back a little bit more so that you feel that tension in that front thigh, getting a little more stretch. Squeezing through the bottom, keeping everything nice and lifted. And then support that low back again with your hands and roll yourself back up. Again, inhale, lift up, reach down with that opposite arm. The other arm goes up. Lifting and opening up through the chest. Breathing nice, long, deep breaths. And exhale, bring the hands back, support yourself as you come back. And let's go ahead and once again, coming into a squat, maybe you want to try your feet a little different in distance, maybe wider, maybe closer together. Walk those hands back to your knees, tilt yourself up. Bring the hands back to prayer position. And release the hands down, shoot the hips up, and just be a rag doll here. So shake the head, wiggle the fingers, the wrists, bend one knee and then the other, lifting the toes, releasing the ankles. Let anything go. Release through the neck and the fingers. And now soften the knees, press through the feet. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And bring the hands back to the heart center. And go ahead and release that down. And we're going to come to the middle of our mat for our standing split. So come to the middle of the mat and go ahead and step that right foot back. This time just about 1.5 feet. And when I did that, my hips automatically opened up. So square those hips back around to the front. That back foot's angled out about 45 degrees. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, lengthen over. Tuck that belly in and place your hands either above the knee or below the knee. Inhale again, and now exhale. Walk your fingers down a little bit further. So staying right here, think about pulling that left hip back. And as you pull that left hip back, start inching your fingers further down your leg. Keep pulling the left hip back, inching your way down the left leg, bringing your nose toward the knee. To get more space, tuck that belly in and pull the hip back. And now everyone, even if you have to bend that front knee, let the hands rest on the mat, even if that front knee is bent. Just breathe here. Inhale, walk your hands a good 14 inches out in front. Inhale, raise that back leg up as high as you can. Working on a standing split, strengthening through the ankle and the knee of the standing leg. Keep breathing nice, long, deep breaths. And release the back foot down. Walk your fingers back to your toes and climb back up that left leg. And bring yourself back standing. Shake that out. And step that opposite foot back, just about 1.5 feet. Angle out that back foot. Square your hips around to the front. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, nice flat back. Pull the belly in, and then just release the hands. It doesn't have to go far first. They can be above the knee. And then you get yourself set and pull that tummy in and start drawing that right hip crease back. You keep pulling that right hip crease back, and then you can start inching your fingers down that right leg as you get more space, drawing your nose toward the knee. Keep pulling that right hip back. It may not happen on every breath, so just take your breaths. You'll notice when you find a little more space, you can inch your way down. And now everyone reach down toward the mat, even if you have to bend that front knee. Keep pulling the hips back. Breathe. And now walk those hands a good 12, 14 inches in front. Kick up that back leg as high as you can. Standing, strengthening that right leg. Breathing, never holding your breath when we're holding the poses. And step that back foot down, walk your fingers back to your toes, and then climb up that right leg. And step that out, and shake that all out. And let's come all the way down to a seated position. Coming down toward the ends of the mats. Let's bend our knees, placing the feet on the floor. Grab underneath the thighs, and we're just going to roll ourselves all the way down, flat onto the mat. Bring those knees up, placing your hands on top of the kneecaps. The middle finger right down the front shin. And coming into hip circles, bring those knees into your chest. Open the knees out to the side. Press the flexed feet forward. Use your inner thighs and pull those legs back center. It's forward, open. Push them out and pull them back together. It's up and out and forward. Zip those thighs together. Let's go the other way. It's open. Knees up to the armpits. Pull those inner thighs together and push the feet away. Open, up, together. Push it away. Open, up, together, and push it away. And open those knees wide and reach down for your feet and see if you can grab onto your big toe for happy baby pose. Wrapping your index finger and your middle finger around the big toe. If you can't reach there, reach to the ankle or the shin. Open those knees nice and wide. Those feet are flat up to the ceiling or the sky. Pull those toes down toward you and now rock side to side. Massage that low back. Rocking, putting a smile on your face. Happy baby pose. And bring yourself back center. We're going to be extending the legs. If you want to slide the hands down to the ankles or the shins, you may. And inhale, raise that right leg up. And exhale, release. And inhale, lengthen left. And exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen right. And release. Inhale, lengthen left. And release. Open both legs. Open into that nice wide V. Let those legs open. Again, rock side to side. You'll notice the hips are going to open even more. Breathing nice, long, deep breaths. Again, if the knees are bent, that's fine. If the hands are on the shins, that's fine. You do what you're able to do in practice. And bring that together. Bring the soles of the feet together. Release the toes or the ankles and let the sides of the feet go down to the mat and keep those knees open nice and wide. Rest your hands on your belly or just down alongside yourself. You can shake out your buttocks if it's tight or cramping. And now you decide how much you want to press the soles of your feet together. Noticing that opens up the hips a little bit more. Breathing nice, long, deep breaths. See if you can relax here, shaking out the buttocks. Again, this is a great one that if you're in your bed or if you're in the living room, you can put pillows underneath those thighs and just rest here. And you'll notice after resting for several minutes that the body is going to relax a little bit more and it will start to open up any tight hips. This is a great one to just lie in bed and put some support under those thighs, breathing nice, long, deep breaths. And now go ahead and reach down to the outside edges and bring those knees back up, walking those heels in close to the bottom for our bridge pose. We're going to go ahead and extend those arms out to a T shape. So have about 4 inches between your heels, your toes, and your knees. And inhale, raise all the way up, press those heels in, and we're going to do pulsing today. So go ahead and just lower a little bit and squeeze the glutes and bring it back up. And pulse, and back up, and pulse, and squeeze, and pulse, and squeeze, and pulse, and squeeze. Keep going. Reaching those knees to the front. Really stretching out through the front quadricep, breathing, squeezing the buttocks and the glutes, pulsing, finding your breath. And last one, hold it here at the top, press those feet down, wiggle those toes so they're not gripping onto the mat. And exhale, tummy into your spine and roll one vertebrae at a time. Roll yourself all the way down. Hug those knees into your chest, rock it side to side. And go ahead and extend those legs out to the corners of the mats. The arms are down alongside yourself. Rotate those shoulders so the backs of the hands are on the floor, the palms up to the heavens. Go ahead and walk one shoulder blade under your back. Lean into that and walk the other shoulder blade under your back. On the exhale, allow the spine to settle into the center. Draw your chin to your chest, keeping the neck nice and long. Let anything wiggle that needs to wiggle, the hands, the toes, the buttocks. Anything that needs to relax, just let it go. Relax the tongue from the roof of the mouth, the back of the throat. The eyes are closed. The eyes are heavy and the eyelids are nice and light. Let all the tension melt from the face, around the eyes, around the nose, the mouth, the ears. Relaxing the shoulders, the arms, the wrists, the hands. Relaxing the chest, the belly, the spine, the back. Relaxing the hips, the buttocks. Relaxing the legs, the knees, all the way down to the ankles and the feet, all the way to the toes. Noticing the parts of the body connecting with the earth. Noticing the spaces not connecting the earth. Keeping the focus on the breathing, the inhalation and the exhalation. Keeping that nice, slow parasympathetic nervous system. Keeping relaxation in the body. Maybe the body's getting a little cool now that we're not doing the practice. We're in the final pose. It cools off. Sometimes people like to put a blanket on. Again, just notice what you notice within yourself. Did you honor yourself and only go as far as you knew you could? Did you do more than you thought that you could? So what we do on the mat is often related to what we're doing in life. Finding our strength in the warrior sequence. Finding our power. Our balance. Our ability to do multiple things at the same time. Having that core strength and sense of power. Notice the times in your life that you have those same things. Allow yourself to relax another 10%. Just let go. And now start to bring the awareness back to my voice. Slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. Slide your legs together, reaching the arms up overhead. Stretch the body nice and long. And when you're ready, bend the knees and hug those knees into your chest, rocking side to side. Rolling onto the right side of the body. Extend the right arm overhead, resting the head on the upper right arm. Bring that left hand across your body so the left hand is flat on the floor in front of you. The knees stay bent just a moment. And protecting that low back, extend the top leg forward. Push that left hand into the mat and bring yourself up to a seated position. Go ahead and bring your hands together in prayer position, slightly bowing the head. And at the end of every yoga class, we say the Sanskrit word namaste, which means, may the light in my heart center shine upon the light in your heart center. And together we are all one in this universe. Namaste. Thank you. Please like and subscribe to First Class Yoga on YouTube. Thank you.